So yeah, how did it drive? Trying to go in there and answer questions, but then also apply it as an athlete, as a coach, as a consultant, and be like, hey, these are the things that we know. These are the things that other colleagues are doing. When do we need it? We know that in the luteal phase, there's a 12% increase in protein oxidation. So why is that not represented in guidelines? When we start looking at guidelines, like the carbohydrate guidelines, right? There, I think 8 studies that were done on women, and none of them have to do with carbohydrate intake. It has to do with amenorrhea, it has to do with bone health, but yet they're thrown in there with carbohydrate guidelines. So when you see 3 to 4 grams for light activity, it's like, really, what is that based on? It's based on male data. So it's just those basic guidelines through nutrition all the way through strength training, unpacking that and trying to really answer those questions or look at the case studies or the small n and outside of sport nutrition and outside of sports science data, pull it all together to get best practice recommendations specific for women. So that's kind of the drive still. It's like, come on, we're looking at the Olympics and it's coming up and people are still driving and driving and driving, but we see women are getting injured, they're pulling out, they're getting red S. And so what's going on here with these protocols? We need to look and see training loads.
I want to make sure we talk about red S. So let's put a pin in that and make sure we cover it. Kind of feels like a little bit of a human rights movement to ensure that the science is benefiting everyone, females, even minority groups, etc.
Yeah, it is across the board. It's like you look at ethnic differences between medical conditions, and there's a very small subset, but that's not out there. We look at things like menopause experiences between African American and Caucasian American, and they're different. Part of it's sociocultural, but also it's part of the symptomology that occurs. We look at inclusion in sport and training protocols. Those are different between ethnicities. And so when we start looking at medicine and outcomes for anyone other than a white person, they're poorer outcomes. If we look at outcomes for anyone other than a white male, then they're poorer outcomes. So it's just, it's pretty much invasive within everything that we know.